Hello, hi, Will Balverin here. I'm going to do a quick review of the first book for Daniel Greene's Neon Ghosts, A Witch's Sin. I will admit, I had no idea about Daniel Greene before I bought this book. Honestly, I'd only heard of him because he'd done a YouTube series, and specifically because he came up in reference with Brandon Sanderson. But I figured, what the heck, Wraithmark was doing a book for him, and I'd check it out. Now, Neon Ghosts, it's an interesting story in that, and I'll try to be as spoiler-free as possible, it is, at its core, or its heart, a noir-style detective story. A whodunit, murder mystery type of story. But it's also set in a post-apocalyptic, cyberpunk type world. To kind of illustrate the way this place is set up, if you have seen the Carl Urban Dread movie, think of the building or community that Mama lives in, the one he's going through to arrest her in that movie. That is essentially a small version of where our lead character Taya lives. The mega city, and I don't remember if that's what he calls it here, but that's exactly what it is. It's a mega city. It is huge, hundreds of floors high, and each floor is essentially a city in and of itself. The higher you go, the richer the citizens. The lower you go, the poorer, and, well, the worse the conditions are. But it's not just a cyberpunk noir story set in a post-apocalyptic future. Just for good measure, it's also got supernatural elements. There's vampires in here, and hence the name A Witch's Sin. There's witches and witchcraft in here. You would think that all these disparate elements would not work together, but quite the contrary. They work quite well. It's an amazing story, and I eagerly await for him to write the next one. I would say, if you are any fan of detective type stories, murder mysteries, be that Tess Gerritsen's Rosalind Isle, Lee Child, William Rabkin, any of the Psych, Monk, any of those shows, I think you'll like this. Having the vampires, the witchcraft, the cyberpunk with the body augments, the tattoos that literally glow in the dark, it makes an amazing story. I would give this at the very least a 4, probably a 4.5. I don't want to quite give it a 5 because I don't think it's for everybody, but it's definitely worth a read if any of those sound good to you.